I know that when it's time, I'll be able to pick that hobby right back up. And the same goes, just like riding a bike. It's Toastmasters.
What was the title here? Just like riding a bike?
Gilding the Lily Jason. You think I should bow well here?
Congratulations.
Since we have a little bit of time, did anybody have just general evaluations or thoughts about the meeting? Or did you want to talk a little bit about how it felt to give your first speech?
Yeah, do that.
A speech
Sure.
about your speech?
A speech about your speech.
Sure. Where do I start? Going back to what Alan kind of evaluated me on, I knew what I wanted to say, but to keep it short and concise was a bit of a challenge. It was easy to elaborate on some of the stories, some of the points, and just maybe rephrasing in a way that's unnecessary or superfluous. So I did struggle a little bit there, but I did try to memorize the start and the end, and then I knew the stories and long bullet points of what I wanted to say, but just kind of rambled it off from there. What else?
I think your progression was good. It was somewhat chronological, and that made it was very logical, it was easy to follow that way, and so kind of brought you to present day, and you had a nice wrap.
And a good segue from the middle to the end when your bike got stolen. Kind of between the two things, that was good. Like nice clean segue between. I thought you had really good body and hand gestures as well. Like when you were riding your bike without the handlebars, you're like, I almost see you like almost ready to fall over on stage. So it was really good.
Yeah, it was a powerful image. You know, I've never seen that before, and just like, wow, what would that be like? I've just found myself getting lost in that in a good way. So it's pretty good. I think you picked a great topic. You know, it's just what a better way to get to know you than just something that you love and that you're passionate about. I mean, that just makes speaking all the more easy, and we totally got to know you better. And so I know I have questions.
Yeah, this wasn't my first draft of this. I actually started writing a speech on a different story, and thought that would better be suited for a speech down the road, and so then
Next week?
Well, I was going to say, Eric, that I think you're a good candidate for last minute speeches, perhaps. Pull a Maggie.
But I do find that for whatever reason, I knew my speech really well, and I knew that I was going to have fun out there doing it. But for whatever reason, I'd get extremely nervous, and it's gotten a lot better since I've been in Toastmasters. But I would get so nervous, like my heart would just be pounding. And I think if you would look really closely, maybe not necessarily today, but at other times, like you could probably see my shirt. For whatever reason,
That
I
goes
get
away.
just super
After a
nervous, and so I was trying to move my hands a lot and maybe stop a little bit of tremor or whatever.
Alan also evaluated my first speech, so he's all familiar with people being nervous.
Alan, you did a wonderful evaluation. You're just top shelf evaluator. It's just such helpful feedback. You know, it's not this wishy-washy stuff. It's concrete stuff, and you present it in an artful way. You know, you're able to engage and say meaningful things, and I always love hearing you evaluate.
Is this the word of the day or the action of the day? Maybe I misunderstood.
We're done now. I need something from you. So.
Manifestation.
Actually, I wanted to comment on that word of the day. That's a particularly beautiful poster there. It has color and it's well laid out. it suffices usually to just put the meaning on there, but I think the aesthetic appeal of this poster is just outstanding.
It's almost ironic that it gilds the lily out.
Okay, with that, I'm going to turn the meeting back over to our president, Mr. Calloway.
Alright, so great meeting. We actually did end up running over a couple minutes, so we'll go ahead and get this wrapped up. And just a reminder, if you have not got your dues, get dues to Maggie. Will you be in the building today?
Yes.
Okay, so at the branch, off the bank branch today, so we get the dues into our international in Stillby County Club. So,
Today we only have 9 people renewed.
okay.
9 out of
So,
25.
Is that because of the president we have? Because there was a big drop from this year.
Yield my load.
So with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up this week's meeting. Thank you.
Actually.
So next, to help us practice our extemporaneous speaking skills, we have Jim Emo as our table topics master.
Well, today we are going to focus on television. It's just finishing up the month of September, and traditionally September is the start of the new shows in the year and the start of sporting seasons and sporting events and stuff. So we're going to have 2 different topics. One of them is going to pertain to sport. The other one is going to be general. So who would like to go first? Looks like we're going to have a little time, so I would guess you may as well volunteer because I think almost everybody's going to do it. Look at me. I got 2 of them here. So general or sport?
I'll go with sport.
Okay. What annually televised sporting event is your absolute must-see?
I think I mentioned a little bit earlier that I was a little bit of a tomboy when I was growing up, so I still have I have a passion for sports, and I think because I grew up with a lot of boys in my family, and I also have boys for kids, that I just kind of consider myself one of those guys and just kind of watch whatever television was on. And I'd say the annual sports broadcast that is a must-see for us would be the Super Bowl. It is a event that's always marked with lots of family or friends over, whether we usually host a party of one sort or another. And back when the Green Bay Packers were something to contend with, that was one of our favorite, that is our favorite team. So it was always a Super Bowl. I remember the very first Super Bowl party we had with the Green Bay Packers. We were living in Madison, Wisconsin, and I drew the short straw and had to work. I had to work that Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. I was a little disappointed, but I the party went to somebody else and they were hosting. But when I got to work, our manager walked in about 10 minutes after opening and said, "Guess what? The mall is closing for the rest of the day in 1 hour." The entire city of Madison shut down for the Super Bowl Sunday, and it was kind of cool. So I walked home. I got home and said, "Hey, here I am, no work." So that's it.
Thank you. Well, maybe you can pick the next volunteer.
All right, I choose John.
Can you time me? Let's do TV.
Okay. This one is reality shows.
Okay.
What is your favorite and why?
I can't actually say I have a favorite reality show, so I'm going to go ahead and change my question. My favorite TV show currently is a show named Castle, which was on ABC. It's kind of a bizarre show. I mean, it's about a writer who kind of tags along with a police officer, and he uses the knowledge that he gains investigating these crimes to write his books. The part that just boggles my mind even to this day is the guy's name, Richard Castle, is an actual author. And he's writing this and I had read one of his books about a month or so ago, and he's writing a book which actually takes place, the book is about a police officer tagging along with a writer tagging along with a police officer investigating crimes. But then in a TV show, the character is also Richard Castle, who's writing a book about a cop, or an author tagging along with a cop to write books. So I'm trying to figure out where the reality starts and where the TV show begins. It doesn't really add up to me. But I'm still, I'll maybe do a 5 to 7 minute speech on that if I can ever actually figure that one out.
Thank you. I guess we're going to go right down the line then. So.
I call Sheila.
Hold on, I got too much things to write.
It's like we're playing dodgeball.
Red Rover. Castle. Red Rover sent Sheila. Red Rover.
I got a concussion playing that game.
I guess we have 3 categories.
Oh.
Your favorite show, reality show, or what is your must-see sporting event?
Let's do favorite show, I guess. Or do I just answer? Do you have any more?
Or you make one.
Okay. Well, I don't watch reality TV because I don't have time. I don't get to watch sports anymore because I don't have time. I have a 3-year-old, and so we watch 3-year-old stuff. So what I get to watch, besides the occasional Nick at Night George Lopez episode, which is my favorite. By the way, I'm going to see him live next month. But I watch a whole lot of movies. My son loves to watch movies, and he watches them over and over and over and over and over again until he memorizes them, and then he acts them out. So that's what I get to do with my time. His most recent favorite to watch are Spider-Man, Batman, Incredible Hulk, any kind of superheroes. So that's what we've been watching most recently is The Amazing Spider-Man and Incredible Hulk. And we even go as far as onto YouTube, which I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube, looking up the old cartoons and listening to the theme songs, and then he watches them over and over and over and over again. They're stuck in my head all day long. So that's the extent of what I do for TV.
I'm guessing we still have a little time.
We do?
Jason, you're next.
Jason's next.
May the force be with you.
If you want to try.
I don't know.
Do or don't do.
What do you want me to do?
Your favorite reality show? Why? Your must-see annually televised sporting event?
Jeez, I'm stumped. Well, I don't have a TV, so that kind of makes it hard to watch reality
If you had a
TV.
TV.
If I had a TV, what would I watch? I did get 24 from the library, and I watched all of those, and I found that to be painful because you can't, unlike watching TV, you have the DVDs there, and so there's, 24 hours so they can watch. And they end each episode in such a way that you don't want to stop. So during the season of life where I watched all 8 seasons in like a month's time, I just didn't get a lot of sleep. I was up till usually 3 in the morning. And then the responsible adult in me said, hey, I should probably go to bed so that I can function the next day. So if you haven't seen 24 and you like blood, madness, and mystery, then that might be something that you would enjoy.
So that's why you weren't at work for that long.
Yeah.